Okay, what are the odds that he has it and does it, or he doesn't? I bet he does.
Yeah. He's honestly like 1 in 50 to be wearing a mask.
All right, here we go. Drum roll.
So we're both going to be winners. We both said the same thing.
If he ever decides to join.
Connecting.
Connect already so we can find out.
Not really much of a sweat, though, is it?
It would be if we'd actually done
it. To be named Democratic nominee.
No, well, I mean, that was quite a sweat. Wait, he's in? No. Oh, he's got it.
No way. No way.
How dare you remove it? That's going to kill people. Murderer. You're a murderer.
Both said that you weren't wearing a mask. I actually can't believe it. I'm legitimately shocked.
That's some quality mask wearing the headphones.
Yeah, I know. Solid. Right. I'm going to kill a few people.
Murderer.
We're not doing a COVID safe pod.
No. I'm going to half kill people and wear it this way.
Fuck the Rona then. Let's go.
I'm just covering my mouth, not my nose.
Now, I feel like that's probably more optimal.
Hey, hold up. I've got to go full.
Just making sure you're keeping everyone safe.
You need glasses as well. If you had glasses, that would satisfy it.
Yeah, no, I can't be bothered going to get some sunnies to look like
murderer.
What? Exactly.
You're gonna murder people with your eyes.
You look like someone who takes COVID very seriously. And is
hello, everybody. How are we all?
Pretty average week on the punt once again. So
yeah, it wasn't great. So.
Could we use it like over the camera and that would help instead?
Making sure no one gets the Rona.
Yeah.
It's pretty important.
James, how was your weekend on the week on the punt?
Well, yeah, as Andrew mentioned earlier, there's a long sweat on whether Joe Biden would get announced as the actual Democratic nominee.
Well, I believe if that hasn't already been announced,
no, it has. It was announced today.
Yeah,
he's officially the person.
I thought I'd have that announced earlier.
But the vice presidential candidate, Kamala Harris, has not been paid out yet.
Yeah, I don't think she's been announced technically. I think technically it's tomorrow.
I didn't really watch the convention, so the last day of the convention is Friday. The last day of the convention is Friday, so I don't know whether that officially gets announced later.
No. It's when they announce it, because they announced the other today, which is why it got paid out today.
Yeah, Biden got... Okay, so on Betfair, Biden got paid out today, but Kamala Harris didn't.
Yeah, because she hasn't technically been announced or whatever in the same way.
Does she technically get announced later in the convention?
I'm guessing tomorrow, yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's free money if you want it.
Because Johnny and I both said that, and he's like, well, if we're going to have to wait to November, he just wants to trade it off so he can use the money. Well, if it's going to be locked down to November and you can trade it off at 101, then...
Wait, when did you bet that?
Get it. I don't know, the other week.
Oh, okay. Before she was announced.
Let me see. I bet it on the 14th.
So 5 days ago. After she was announced.
Days ago, yeah. Friday. I mean, it was announced ages ago, yeah. Yeah. I definitely bet it after.
What else did you get?
$1 free.
Oh, yeah.
$1 free?
Well, that was
Well, I mean, that's pretty good
$1.02.
for something that's already been announced.
Yeah, I
but
tend to agree
I
with
think
that.
I bet on last Friday too with $1.02 for the other guy.
Yeah, so I bet Kamala Harris because she was 103, whereas Biden was 102. So I
Solid.
just figured the better odds.
Yeah.
So besides the presidential race, any other punting?
Not the presidential race, the
The
Democratic
Republican,
nominee.
Democratic nominee race. Any other decent
Can
punting
you
this
bet on
week?
Trump to get the Republican nominee
Yes.
Yeah, he was better than 103.
Yeah.
right now? Because that isn't announced until next week.
Yeah, pretty sure. He definitely was higher than that
Yeah.
last time. Let me look it up.
Really?
Well,
I mean, because that's a lockdown.
Trump is no longer. No, you can't. He's unbackable now. But
Okay.
he was higher than that because people were thinking he was like going to pull out and all of this nonsense.
Pull
And
out
Mike
this
Pence-
week.
Well, see, this is the thing. This was probably a few weeks ago.
Okay.
So Mike Pence was even like $1.13.
Jesus.
He's now 101.
Even 101
Which
is
is
pretty
still-
solid.
Yeah, 101's pretty good.
I mean, he just has to live till next week and you're all good.
Yeah, he's gonna not die. It's like literally it.
And I mean, it would have to be something absurd to take it out.
It
Well,
would be like death or a stroke or something, seriously. Or they find out he's murdered someone or something.
It would have to, well, even if they found out, like, it would have to go through some process. Like,
Yeah, but like, I mean, if he's been accused of murder,
it's
I reckon
proven, but even then, he would, I mean, naturally, he's going to say he didn't. So, therefore, you'd have to prove it, which is not going to happen in a week. So,
you don't have to prove it for them to drop him as a VP pick, though.
I don't know. I feel like, I mean, like, he would have to almost kill someone on camera in front of everyone to the point where everyone knows for a fact he did it. And even then, there would still be a hole.
And he's literally fired like everybody in his cabinet, so you just sort of never know.
I guess that's really the only thing, yeah.
It's just like some like slight digging in. He's like, "Nah, you're fired." Wow.
God,
it's
imagine
basically
you
what
bet
he did.
$1 and then that happened. Pence says something like innocuous that he then takes the wrong way, and then
like it could happen. Whereas, I mean, it's a lock, but it's not. I mean, I guess it's not a lock if it's not a lock, right? But it's a
pretty
good bet,
much is.
101, but it's not as good a bet as Kamala Harris 103.
Yeah.
right, moving on. How did we go?
Yeah, does anyone actually remember what nonsense they bet on last week? I've completely forgotten.
I think we were all out by the time the episode even aired. That's how good we went.
Yeah.
I think some bets lasted till 1 day later.
Yeah. I
about
don't think mine lasted past the next day, considering one of the football teams I'd backed lost the next night. So that pretty much cooked me straight away.
Well, we did end on the cliffhanger of feminine ladies who did win.
Well, they did win, I think.
And they covered the line. So that was a 5-cent victory to me.
Just quietly.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, well, some of us had the balls to take it, so
yeah.
Well,
5 cents well earned.
I would have bet it, but unfortunately,
Sure.
Right.
Absolutely.
I think I'm guessing this is Andrew. You had draw between Atlanta versus Paris Saint-Germain.
Oh, that was disgusting. Fucking hell.
So that lost.
So I had to draw against Atalanta and PSG, right? I'm like, okay, well, PSG haven't been playing a lot recently because they ended the season early in France. Atalanta are an underrated team. They're actually doing well. It's just like PSG can easily just draw this, and they're not going to be like that super intense, like chaotic to go win it because it's just extra time. But Atlanta winning 1-0 for like the whole game, and then PSG get their 90th minute equaliser, and I'm like jumping around the room with one step, really good start. And then they go and win it, and it's like, fuck.
Wouldn't have mattered because you didn't hit any legs on your multi anyway. So.
No, it wouldn't have mattered. It was. Come on, man. You can't equalise in the 90th minute and win it in the 93rd. Fuck off.
Well, you can if you bet on it.
They did, yeah. They can.
Just no. It's gross.
You then decide to bet against Red Bull Leipzig, Germany's favourite team, and you took Atletico Madrid.
I mean, literally nobody in Germany likes Leipzig. Like,
Yeah,
that's actually a
well, why do you think I said it? Everyone's a big fan of Red Bull and their natural rise to the top.
Yeah, definitely didn't dodge any rules to get there.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, they're the best team in Germany. So there you go.
Well, there's this team called Bayern Munich, but yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, I bet league fucking hell around now.
Red Bull won the hearts of the fans though, so they did it all the right way. So they've won the fans over.
Well, there you go. That's Leipzig.
Well, you think Bayern Munich is so good that you bet against them.
I don't. I bet against them to win the Champions League. I definitely don't think they're so good.
Well, you were saying that they were a better team than Red Bull.
Yeah, they are. Doesn't mean they're so good.
Did Red Bull progress further?
They're both still in. What are you talking about? They're both in the semi-final. Fail.
Yes, it is. No, I believe that Red Bull are actually out.
Where did they play?
PSG.
No, they play PSG in the semis, unless I'm a retard.
Yeah, and that's already happened.
It has?
That happened this morning.
Are you kidding me? I didn't even know. There was a semi-final this morning.
Yeah, PSG beat Red Bull.
I didn't even know that happened. I had no idea that the semi-final was this morning, so there we go.
Yep.
PSG 3, Leipzig 0.
And Bayern are playing today or tonight.
Tomorrow morning. Huh, okay.
So yeah, that was a 0 from 3 multi.
Yeah, not very good.
Now your Hail Mary last week, you had 2 ice hockey games that haven't even finished yet.
So they haven't finished.
They're on tonight. The Malmo Redhawks and the HV 71 are playing tonight.
Are you sure that's a new game?
No, that's the one you bet on.
What isn't it just?
Well, I mean, you've lost the first 3 out of the 5 legs, so you've got 2 legs to go. But can you clean sweep yet another multi?
Wait, sorry, I haven't had a winning leg.
Well, that's you haven't had a winning leg so far. So
wow, okay.
Very
good.
So that leaves you with 0 winning legs last week, depending on tonight's Swedish ice hockey results.
Soccer legs.
Yeah.
All predicting correct scores, and none of them happened.
Yeah.
No, it's what it is.
It is. I mean, Marcus lost a shitload of his multi-bets. I mean, the legs.
I didn't keep much track after the first couple of legs. It doesn't even matter. So we can just straight up move on because they were losses.
Well, you won. You got 6 out of 10, so that's not too bad.
Really?
Yeah, but they were the 6 like odds-on ones. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, they don't really count.
I mean,
to be honest.
yeah, you won like a bunch of $1.14, $1.15, $1.14, $1.10,
Yeah,
but it was like the $4.40 and the $3.50s and the $41 shots that didn't get up.
Didn't get up. Yeah,
which has got to be a surprise.
Yeah, the $41 shot, Mr. Ruffles, didn't actually make the cut, to be honest. So
you did win Thomas Dietrich Group A betting. That was $3.50, so that was your best.
He finished tied 4th, I think. So,
wow,
from memory. So I was watching that one with a bit of interest. So, but I think the other one, the golf one, was no good because Mr. Torbjorn Olsen finished about tied 60th, I think, from memory. So,
well, then you took GWS to win by 25 or more. Which went pretty well.
Andrew, what ended up happening in that game?
Sydney won by, what was it, like 8 goals?
Yeah.
It was over by like quarter time.
I was only about 12 goals off in the wrong direction. So.
Good.
Yeah.
Then you had Barcelona. And I believe that you both were talking about how good the defense, how bad the defense of Bayern Munich was.
We said both teams couldn't defend. Yeah. That's what we said.
No. You said that the Bayern Munich defense specifically was terrible.
I didn't. I know Barcelona's defense is never any good. So,
most teams actually are not very good at defending. They're really not. Yeah. Most teams are pretty shit. But it's just, I thought Bayern's was really bad. I don't know, whatever. I don't want to talk about that.
No, we'll move on.
Clearly, I got no idea. I don't even know the
Was it 8-2?
Yeah.
It was 8-2, yes.
So close.
There were probably more goals in that game than some AFL games this year, I would have thought.
Pretty much.
Lost 8-2 when you've tipped a team to win by 25 plus who lost by 8 goals.
It wasn't good.
Which leg lost by more is the question.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you did kind of get raped by Freo versus Carlton.
Wow.
Another loser, yeah.
Wow. What a goal after the siren.
What a brutal situation.
Do you guys understand the circumstances, how that just should have never happened in the first place?
Yeah, so watch the game. Like, clearly it was not meant to happen.
No, not only the free kick, but like the location of where the free kick is and everything.
Who took the kick, the lead up to it, all of that.
Yeah. So, because even like the fact the ball went out of bounds meant that he should have received the free kick back where the infringement was instead of downfield. So,
typical whinging.
No, that's what it is. Yeah.
I say that sarcastically.
Long dead by then anyway.
Oh, yeah. I'd given up by that point. I'll tell you, if my multi had still been live by that point, I would have got someone to film me cracking the absolute shits on that match.
Yeah.
So, right.
Well, I hit 8 out of 11 legs on my multi. Which I also had. I had GWS, which again, the moment they lost, that ruined it. Yeah, I had Jeremy Cameron anytime goal scorer, which he basically got given a free kick in front of goal, so that was the only way he scored. The rest of it was
not that it matters.
Nope.
I had a team, the Parramatta Eels versus St. George Illawarra Dragons, who sacked their coach. And, the coach left due to the pressure he was going to be sacked.
And yet, won.
Yeah, he stayed on for one last week, and then he fucking wins.
Yeah. I did say that.
Pretty nuts. But by that point, again, like, the thing was over, so...
All dead.
Yeah. I think all of our multis basically were dead by the time we
cooked.
Yeah.
Right. Let's move on to this. Let's move on to this weekend. Do we want to start with? Let's go through each game quickly. The AFL. What do we think?
Yeah. Well, you want to start?
Well, I haven't got the games in front of me. Andrew, can you pull the games up, Andrew? We'll go through the AFL.
Game 1 is Gold Coast versus Carlton.
This should be an interesting match, actually.
I mean, we might need to actually just go through our bets because we have, in some cases, bet on both sides of the game in different multis.
Well, let's go through. I reckon let's go through each of the matches first, and then we can laugh at each other when you've gone through different parts of when we go through the multis. I reckon let's quickly go through each match. So, any thoughts on this Gold Coast Carlton match?
I think Gold Coast are underrated.
I agree, but here's the problem: a couple of their key players just.
So Gold Coast is a lack of rest.
Yeah.
So,
they were dead by the end of the game. So,
yeah, I'd say it. I think.
I'm pretty sure I took him anyway.
I think Carlton might actually get up in this one, but not overly confident. So,
I think I took Gold Coast anyway, despite that.
Yeah. All right, next match.
We have Western Bulldogs versus Melbourne.
Gold Coast 1-24, despite the fact that I'm really concerned with their rest. I'm just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
The dollar the 24 price is pretty good. So I'm just like, whatever. Get involved.
So, next match
is Western Bulldogs versus Melbourne.
Well, I
think we should probably just cover our actual bets because we've basically covered every game anyway.
That's fair enough. All right, who do we want to start with?
I'll go.
All right.
So, my first multi has Penrith Panthers to beat Cronulla Sharks because Cronulla are shit and Penrith are good. Solid logic. Then I have Sydney Roosters -6.5, which is the line. So against West Tigers. I then have Richmond to beat Essendon.
Yeah, that's a lock as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I actually hold no hope for us this week. None whatsoever.
Well, my Hail Mary is heavily centered around them getting destroyed, so we'll come to that later. But
it's a pretty good chance.
Then I have
get destroyed. Win though.
Sorry, here's the thing. I don't know if Essendon are going to get destroyed because Richmond aren't what I'd say are smashing teams, haven't been putting teams away, like pumping them lately. Sorry?
I don't think Richmond are going to win by so many.
I think they'll win comfortably. But I don't think they'll win massively because they just won't want to put the effort and win by more than 8 goals or something. So.
Oh yeah, just 7 goals then. That'll do.
So anyway, keep going.
No, 7 goals would be fine. Then I've taken West Coast as the final leg of one of my first multi-bet.
Yep. Yeah,
so we're doing 3 by multis each. So second multi, I've gone for more of a goal kicking multi. So I've taken Charlie Dixon to kick 2 because he had a shit week last week, so I'm expecting him to come back.
Who are they playing?
Hawthorn.
Yeah, that's a good chance of getting up.
Then I got Tom Lynch and Jack Rewalt to kick a goal.
Yep.
I've then got Patrick Dangerfield to kick a goal and then Tom Hawkins to kick 2.
Yeah.
Against Adelaide, who are obviously shit, so you would expect. Then I've got Brisbane, Charlie Cameron, Max King for St Kilda, and then Eric Hipwood for Brisbane, all to kick a goal.
Yeah, they're all pretty likely, to be honest.
Yeah. So I'm sure one of them will fuck up, but
probably the only one that's doubtful is Maxi King. So
Just you wait and see.
I'm happy to.
I mean, he's
wrong.
like their central forward though. So
I know, but he just doesn't always kick goals. So, but anyway,
hopefully he gets a free kick in front of goals.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
Final minute of play when they've already lost by 10 goals.
Yeah.
A nice, meaningless kick in front of goal.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm taking Collingwood 5-leg same game multi. So Collingwood to win by 1-39. I've taken Jaidyn Stephenson to kick a goal. Trey Ruscoe playing. Well, let's hope. I think he is. Well, you could bet on it.
Well,
so clearly you would.
If he doesn't play, because it means one leg that has to win. One less leg has to win.
Well, no. According to Marcus, that means it loses if it avoids. Remember. So then I've got Trey Ruscoe to kick a goal. Collingwood to be the 3/4 time leader. And then Taylor Adams to get 20 or more disposals because he's on fucking fire lately.
I reckon Collingwood will let you down with a 3/4 time lead.
I mean, it is a potential, but at the same time, I need to push the odds up. So
yeah, that's true.
I wasn't confident of anyone else kicking a goal, so I figured that they should. Yeah, I figured around 3/4 time they should be getting closer to in front. They're definitely not a certainty to be in front in quarter time or half time. 3/4 time they should be at least turning it on.
You'd hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, they'll be down by 50 points and the whole thing's over anyway. So
yeah.
Could be.
Well, those are my multis, so who wants to go next?
I'll go. So I've taken Richmond to beat Essendon. That's right. I've bet on against my own team. Pretty solid way to go.
So you're going to make sure your kid doesn't watch then?
He'll be fast asleep in bed, don't worry.
Make sure of it. Just give him some sleeping pills.
Yeah. No.
Do not wake up during this game. You cannot jinx my bet.
I have taken Port Adelaide to beat. Who are they playing again? Is it Hawthorn, I think? Can't remember who Port Adelaide is.
Yeah, Hawthorn, yeah.
And then I'm taking Sydney to beat I've completely forgotten who they were playing.
Sydney, I'm playing Fremantle.
Okay, that's right. Because that was over. Anyway, I've taken GWS minus 9.5. That's a massive underdog, so I thought I'd chuck that in. And I've taken
a slightly degenerate bet. And
I've taken North Melbourne plus 24.5 points against Collingwood because I think I don't think you guys are going to do too much, to be honest. So that's my first multi. I don't know what that's paying, but
$58.44 for a total return of $861 on the non-Hail Mary bet.
That's not a Hail Mary.
Yeah. So solid strategy there.
If that gets up, then we're celebrating. Don't you worry.
Yeah, right. We'll celebrate by doing nothing because we're in fucking lockdown. We'll buy a nice mask to wear.
Yes.
To celebrate.
Next multi is an Essendon special multi. Even though despite the fact that my first leg has Richmond winning, I've taken Essendon at the line of plus.
Now, did I say that some people have bet on both sides of the same game?
That would be me, yes. So I've taken Essendon plus 24.5, so it's Essendon at the line. So that's why I said I don't want Richmond to win by any more than 4 goals. I've taken Zach Merritt to have 25 or more disposals and Kyle Langford to kick a goal at any time. So if Essendon play half okay and still lose, those things should happen. So I don't know what that was paying. Probably not too much.
It was only paying $4.75.
Yeah. So I think that
So you
could
go
actually be
from one extreme to the other extreme.
Yes. Right. Then
The multis are
tomorrow.
meant to be higher than 475, but anyway.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
This guy just. You're also probably not meant to be putting on 58, 44 odds multis as well.
That's
Anyway.
better than the 475 one, honestly.
I mean, is it really?
Yeah,
Anyway,
it is.
let's go to the next
Literally.
multi. I'll go to my next multi. So I've taken. This is a horse racing
when you're betting
multi.
against it with your next multi, I think there's a lot to question about whether it's a good multi or not.
Right. Next multi, I've gone for a bit of racing starting tomorrow. So I've gone all these 3 runners to run a place in their respective races. So I've taken Jungle Edge at Moonee Valley on Saturday to run a place.
In race 8.
Race 8 at the Valley. I've taken Modia at Warrnambool in race 8 tomorrow. And I've also taken Clean Machine in race 3 at the Valley on Saturday. All of them to run a place. What did that pay? Can't remember.
771.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. And for my Hail...
No, we're not going into that yet. So
okay.
We'll come to the Hail Marys later.
So they're my 3 multis for the week.
Yeah, we're going to tease the Hail Marys so people stay around to hear the degeneracy of...
The Hail Marys are outstanding.
Real question is, will they pass the first barrier? Probably not.
Will they be still live by the time the show ends? No.
Well, just to X might start late enough, so he might be okay. All of mine are going to be alive because the matches won't have started. So I've got the Bulldogs to beat Melbourne, given the Bulldogs are underdogs. That seems pretty reasonable to me. I think they're a better team. I think just because Melbourne beat Collingwood, everyone's like, oh my God, Melbourne are amazing. But they're really not great.
No, they're not.
But even the other thing with Melbourne is their backup ruckman guy is injured as well now. So all 3 of their rucks are injured.
I got him in my dream team this morning, and then I hear today, he's injured. I'm like, fuck's sake. It's fast. I got rid of Reece Stanley too to get proof. And now I can't even get Reece Stanley back because he's now a restricted free agent. It's the way it was. Really stupid.
Oh, wow.
Anyway. So now I've got both Melbourne ruckmen, and neither of them are probably going to play. It's really good.
I don't know what they do because that's all 3 that they have. Like, they're going to be completely fucked.
Yeah, I've got no idea. Well, apparently he's going for a scan tomorrow, and they reckon he might be okay, but we'll see. Yeah, so that's that disaster. Yeah,
that's
I like
not
the
a
Bulldogs.
disaster for here because you've actually bet on them against them, so that's actually a good thing for you in your multi.
To the top 4 this week, top 4 make finals, and just ran the 4, and then I go to that. So I can pick up some other ruckman who's really, really shit, but there's hardly anybody available now, so I'll have to get some.
Go for the Essendon ruckman. He's shit.
Well, what a solid fan. You don't even know the guy's name.
Sam Draper.
Sam Draper. Yeah, that's basically what it's come down to. Some
and just remember, they're playing at Richmond this week, so they'll get smashed.
Yeah, okay. I might draft them. Hopefully, I don't know what I'm going to do. Terrible. Anyway, moving on from that. I've taken St Kilda at the line of plus 15.5 against Brisbane. I just think St Kilda are a decent enough team, and a 15.5 point start is reasonable enough that if it's a close match, well, then they cover. Basically, is why I've gone that way. And then the Giants plus 18.5. Basically,
you weren't going to take them minus 9.5 like someone?
No, I'm not that confident that they'll win, but I think getting basically even money that they're going to be within 3 goals seems pretty reasonable to me.
I mean, they did get destroyed by by Sydney last week. So just adding to Marcus's insanity of fucking taking minus 9.5.
This is the thing. Like, you have one game where a team does really badly or really well, and then look at Melbourne's odds this week, and you look at Giants' odds. It's like the market's decided that now all of a sudden one of them is awful and one of them is great. It's like, well, it's not really true. Giants are still a pretty good team. Melbourne's still really pretty average. So, quite happy to go against that train of thought.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense for going for your line. It's more Marcus's line that is just total degeneracy. But anyway,
so
I mean, do you really?
I got like 550 about it. So
you got what?
I got 550 about it. So
like, that's pretty reasonable, I think. Yeah, anyway. So that's the end of my first multi, which is paying $7.50-ish.
Yep, $7.58.
$7.58. Okay, so you actually got the right price this time. They didn't try and screw us. That's good.
I mean, you try to get a screw on a lot of stuff, but that one there.
Anyway, next multi. So despite my concerns about the Suns' lack of rest, I've taken them 1-24. Just because the price seemed pretty good, and it's not like Hawthorn are a good team. So 1-24, I was getting $3.20 or something about 1-24.
$3.60 actually.
$3.60, yeah, it's even better. Like, it's a very good price for a team to win 1-24 against a not overly great team. So that's that leg. Then I've got Port Adelaide to beat Hawthorn, the skinny odds, but it's just like Hawthorn are just right now, so I'm happy to just throw that in there. And then the final leg, Essendon plus 24.5 against Richmond. We talked about that earlier. Richmond aren't exactly pulverising teams. Essendon to be within 4 goals. Like, they don't even need to be good to be within 4 goals with the quarters. So.
All we've got to do is play 2.5, 3 quarters of football, and that might actually be possible. So
it's a reasonable price. It's such a lot. So I'm happy to take that. And one's paying $8.
$8.07.
And then the last multi, I've taken the Swans to beat the Dockers. Swans underdogs, reasonable underdogs. It's not like Fremantle are a good team. Pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Oh, there might be a penalty. It's not good. That's why I've taken the Swans. It is a penalty. I'm not going to give any spoilers just yet. And then I've gone to the NBA. And I have taken over 227.5 points. And it's a goal. I've taken over 227.5 points in the Oklahoma City Thunder Houston Rockets game. Reason being, I didn't like any more AFL games, and I just threw some random bullshit in there. And the Lakers, I actually had a reason to back the Lakers because they lost the first game to Portland and they're better, and so they're just going to get it done. Solid reasoning, but good enough. They will win. Not going to go 2-0 down to a team that they're better than. They're just not. So that's why. And that was paying $6.50.
Yep.
So I think it is Hail Mary time.
It is. Who wants to go first?
Well, I'll
just finish off. So
go, Andrew.
My first Hail Mary multi is Henry Larkson and Michael Emer to win their tennis games at ATP Challenger Prague. Already forgotten who they're playing. Then
Henry Larkson is playing Yannick Madden, and then Elias Eimer is playing Thomas Mackett.
It's a good sign.
Huh?
Michael I've already forgotten the guy's first name. It's not a good sign, is it?
No, it's probably not.
It's all irrelevant, which we'll get to. So I've taken a bunch of NHL teams just because fuck it, why not? I've got the Blue Jackets, the Bruins, the Avalanche, the Flyers, and the Canucks. Then I've gone to the NBA and I've gone over 270.5 in the Jazz v Nuggets game, over 214.5 in the Heat Pacers game, taking the Clippers to win. And the final leg is Western United to beat Melbourne City in the A-League, and they're currently 2-0 down in the 58th minute. So they're not going to.
Your multi's paying 42,000 if you want to bet it again at the moment. The current live odds have gone up to 42,000.
It's already dead. They're 2-0 down with half an hour to go.
I mean, in theory, they can come back and win, so that's why it would be paying 42,000.
In all honesty, it's dead. The way it's going.
Not all of the other legs are going to get up, so it's already dead. It's completely and utterly.
Oh, that's so good. Right, considering your Hail Mary's dead, Andrew, I'll get to mine because mine will actually be live until
I think we should start
tomorrow.
Actually putting some rule in that it has to be at least a day in advance so we don't get to a point where by the time we're recording it, it's over, let alone the time we post the thing.
So I've taken...
All right, I can do another Hail Mary multi if you guys want. I can come up with something.
No, you've done.
No,
you've done
you've
yours
blown your load
already. You've already blown it.
We got to consider the dollar at a time. It's very important.
Yeah, we can't have our bank balance.
It's all right.
We'll save the dollar. No worries.
All right, you've gone early, so bad luck.
$1 is literally the difference between me being ahead and behind at the moment because I'm 22 cents ahead.
The difference between me being ahead and behind?
The difference for you is, like good 300 and something.
Right. Right.
Right.
It sounds like I need to do a Hail Mary multi to actually get in front, though.
Probably yes.
I should do one, but I mean, if you guys are really keen to conserve that dollar, well, then I guess I will.
We are.
We are.
Okay, enjoy it.
Money doesn't grow on trees, okay?
Making the $1,000 then, but that's okay.
Anyway,
that's okay. No, it's all right. We won't make the $1,000. I'll place one myself, and I'll win $1,000. And I'll get to keep it all.
Okay, you do that, and then report back to us next week and laugh at us.
Do that. Yes, please do that.
I will do that. I will do that.
All right. So, all right, we'll get to mine. So, I have taken Billy Horschel to win the Northern Trust Open golf tournament in the US. I've taken Mo Deer to win his race at Warrnambool tomorrow, the one that I previously mentioned in one of the previous multis. And my third leg, and I thought I'd mention this to you guys, this race 8 at Moonee Valley on Saturday is very interesting because there's 3 horses in the race that I have previously backed to win. And I don't know if you guys remember when I backed Alpha Oro and Brooklyn Hustle a couple of weeks ago.
Are they all losing bets?
Sorry? No, these ones actually won. These were
I remember Alpha
bets.
Oro because it actually did win.
Yeah, Alpha Oro did win. But I am taking, I have decided, so I'm predicting that the rain and the weather in Melbourne is going to be shit all the way up until Saturday.
Big call.
And so Jungle Edge, which is a horse that I have backed previously and won on, James will attest to this.
I don't remember this one, so no, I won't.
No, I backed it. I backed it on the pod. You can actually go back. I backed it for the pod.
I'm not going to go back.
Anyway, so I backed it. So I'm basically betting that the weather's going to still be rubbish, so that the condition of the track is heavy, which is extremely favourable for this horse. So I've taken the price early so that I think it will win on the heavy track. So I've taken those 3 legs for, I think, about 1,200 to 1, I think.
It's $1,173.
Yeah. So
it was then, but if you bet it now, it's $1,290 just to show how fucked up. That's only like within an hour or two.
Yeah.
Somehow the odds change that much.
Yeah. So anyway,
it's pretty brutal.
So all we need is Mo Deer to get up at Warrnambool tomorrow, and then we could have something for the weekend. And we need Billy Horschel to get up in the golf. So $51, I thought that was actually a pretty good bet, to be honest. He's playing pretty well at the moment. So
wouldn't have a clue. But Andrew's multis actually come in to only 38,000 to 1 now. So if he wants to rebet that, he could.
No, I'm combining my own Hail Mary multi for myself as we speak.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to keeping all the money for myself.
Okay, well, tell us what it is after this, and because I got my Hail Mary now. If you can let us know so we can then follow. Okay, so my multi is, the first leg is Josh Adokar to score a try in Parramatta Eels versus Melbourne Storm. I've then taken the Melbourne Storm to win, who are the underdogs in the game. So those 2 legs together are paying $4.28. I've then taken Penrith Panthers to win against the Cronulla Sharks. I've taken Gold Coast to beat Carlton. I've taken Western Bulldogs to beat Melbourne. I've taken Port Adelaide to beat Hawthorn. Sydney Roosters to beat West Tigers. Then I have my 3 legs same game multi in Essendon and Richmond, of Richmond to win by 40 plus. Tom Lynch to kick 2 goals or more. Jack Riewoldt to kick 2 goals or more. I've then taken Fremantle. I've then taken Brisbane, West Coast, and then Collingwood. Paying $1,488.
That's not much considering you've got how many legs in there?
14.
Yeah. I read through it and I went, that is a lot of legs. So
yeah, it's like 100 a leg.
Yeah. All right, Andrew, have you come up with your own multi?
I was going to, but on the Top Spot app, you can only do 8 leg multis. You can't do more than that. So
well, that's no good. Bad luck.
The 8 leg is only paying $121.80. It's shit ass.
Well, then you'll only have to keep $121 to yourself.
Yeah, you can keep the $121 to yourself.
Dude, what's $121? Like, is it even worth it?
No.
I don't think so. It's hopeless.
Got to pay 1,000 to 1 or more. So, all right. Does anyone else have any other hunting tips for the weekend coming up? Anyone else got anything else we should get on? Anyone got anything we should get on?
Yeah, winners. All the winners.
Okay.
Yeah, winners is a good idea.
Yeah.
I've done the research, and backing winners is actually a fairly profitable strategy.
All I'll say is make sure you go for Jungle Edge in the 8th at the Valley on Saturday.
So based on all previous experience, that means lay the fuck out of this horse.
It's going to pour, okay? The rain is going to pour, and it is going to win.
What about our midweek bet? So there were 2. Remember the first one that you said was going to win?
Which?
I can't remember the name of it. The one that during the week that was going to win.
I cannot remember.
You don't remember the horse? The losing horse you got us to get on.
When you have losing bets...
I forget about losing bets. I forget about losing bets. I just move on.
Gland,
that was yeah. Oh, Gland, yeah, that was wow. It's running again, actually, I think. So that was a joke, that Glandam run. It was an absolute disaster.
I believe you told us that it was going to win, and
I
didn't.
I seriously looked at it in the yard, and it looked amazing. So I don't know what else to say.
Then we had the big one, the Barocca.
That was outstanding. Now, does everyone know what happened with that one?
Well, we obviously do. So why don't you tell anyone who doesn't?
Well, anyone who's followed
tell me.
racing, anyone who follows racing may have seen the text message that did the rounds about this Barocca horse.
Oh, that was that one, right?
Yes. Last Thursday, I think it was.
Friday.
Last Thursday or Friday, whatever it was.
It was Friday. Oh, wait, no,
I think
Thursday.
It was Thursday, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah. So this Barocca horse had one almighty push from the text message, supposedly. Turns out the text message was an absolute load of crap, but some of it was accurate and some of it was just insane. It was crap. So so it was the first winner for Clayton Douglas, who is a jockey. He's a jockey as well, but now that was his first winner as a trainer, and his girlfriend Jamie Carr was riding it, who's actually a very good jockey. That horse bolted in by plenty. So,
do you reckon they do like training practice?
Probably, yes.
That came out wrong, but
well, he's a jockey as well, so
okay. Yeah, I was gonna say like role play on I'll pretend to be the horse. No, you pretend to ride her.
Do you reckon they get the whip out just for good measure?
Yeah. We're in the final straight.
Penalty. 2-1. Let's go. Western United. 20 minutes to go, only 2-1.
James, his multi's still dead, so.
Right at home like the other guy riding the jockey.
So that Barocca one was outstanding on Thursday. So,
So you reckon they did practice?
I don't know to be honest. So.
We should actually start like a text message like that we send out.
Andrew.
Gonna win because
No, we can genuinely do this. Our horse is running on Monday. The horse that Andrew and I have an interest in is running on this coming Monday.
So you genuinely think we can convince people that because the jockey,
no.
The jockey and the trainer are getting it on, so they role play.
Oh, no, seriously. I'll make up a text message of some stuff that's true about the horse, and we can just escalate some things here and there for a bit of fun.
I'm pretty sure that would be illegal and not something you should be discussing if you're going to do it.
No.
No. Also like absurdly dodgy thing to do, and you get in a lot of So there's all of these things.
No, we'll create a text message and put it out to the public about our horse.
It's a good idea when you're an official owner of the horse. Really not a good idea.
What? to put out in public a text message?
On a fucking podcast. It needs to be cut out, not it. This cannot be.
I mean, it can, as long as he doesn't actually do it. It can't be it if he actually does it, which is stupid.
He's not going to.
Well, let's just say the horse is a really good thing and it's going to win.
Yeah, let's
see what happens.
Have no part of this conspiracy.
Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't do it.
Not getting involved.
Now, if you did it for reasons that are stupid, such as the fact that the jockey and the trainer are in a relationship and do role play of riding at home to win. Role play.
I'd get in more trouble for that than anything else, I reckon.
It won last night on the role play, so you're expecting it to win on the actual track. For
the record, I think our horse is actually a chance of winning on Monday. So,
well, don't mention its name, so then no one can figure out what you're talking about.
I'm not going to mention the name. Andrew knows who I'm talking about. So,
you did have a multi as well on Friday that went really well.
No, it didn't.
You
failed at the first leg.
You had 3 horses to run the place, and not one of them did.
Not one of them did. So I know. Don't worry.
It's pretty solid
atrocious. Result. So anyway, moving on.
Run a place. Not even to win.
Yeah, 3 of them.
Bad. So bad.
In 6-horse races.
Yeah. Not good at all. So.
Yeah.
Right. Any other tips for the weekend, boys, or are we just going to try and actually get a one winner between us?
Let's hope that between one of us we get a winner here.
Yeah, that would be nice. So.
We should be able to get at least one.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd probably be a better chance if someone wasn't betting like 58-1 multis though.
Hey, his Hail Mary's almost already dead, so.
Yeah, but that's the Hail Mary. The whole point was to have that, so that's where the insanity goes, not the regular multis.
Oh, my multi's regular enough at 58-1, so that's fine.
Podcast is boring if there's no just like absurd, stupid bets in there. Marcus being card, it's good.
Right.
Keeps it spicy.
Yes.
I think it would be more spicy if Marcus did get banned from racing though, so that would be good if you released a message.
Right. Yeah, the tech.
Right, boys, I'm off to have a punt. You enjoy your weekend. Happy punting, everybody.
And remember to wear your mask when you go to the toilet because breathing needs help.
Mask up, everybody. Stay safe. Goodbye.
Murderer.
All right. Until next week.
Until next week.
Losing.
Happy punting.